are very well. This is in your economics subject, ACS first year, first chapter, introduction. All question answer given here. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video all this friend. Let's start this video. Introduction chapter 1 part A. Very short answer question. First question. Define goods. Goods are such items which can be touched and seen and also can be used to provide satisfaction of wants. Number 2 question. Define services. Services are such activity which are economically used to provide satisfaction and they are also intangible in nature. Number 3 question. Define individual. A group of units such as a customer, a producer, etc., which perform different economic activity is known as an individual. Number 4 question. What is resources in economics? The means to wants to solve various economic problems are known as the resources. Why does an individual need resources? To satisfy his needs. 6 number question. Mention the factor that gives rise to the problem of choices in economics. Scarcity of resources having alternative use of relation to their demand, filling the blanks. The allocation of these resources and distribution of final goods and services are of the central problems of an economic. Limited. Number 8 question. Filling the blanks. Opportunity cost is also known as dash cost economics. 9 number. What is meant by market central plan economic? In a central plan economic, the government of the central authorized plan all these important activities in the economics. 10 number question. What is meant by market economic? The place where the buyers and sellers come to contend to each others physically or not and where the purchases and sales of the commodity take place is called markets. What is market economics? A market institution which is organized the free interaction of individual purposing their respective economic activities in market system. All goods and services comes to with the price at which the exchange take place. What is mixed economic? Under the mixed economy, some economic activities are controlled by the government with while other are left to be managed by the people as they wish. In mixed economic system, both private and the public or government sector coexisted. Production is undertaken for profit motive. 30 number question. Is India economic is a central planned economic? No, India economics mixed economics which combined the factor of the both central planned and market planned economic. Number 14. What is positive economics analysis? In economics, we try to analyze the different momentum and the figure of outcomes which are likely to result under each of these mentions. In positive economic analysis, we studied how to define momentum function. It describes what was, what is, and what would be under the given set of customers. What is normative economy? Normative economy analysis study of which the released what how to be its object is to determine the norms or aims. It gives suggestion and the express options. Some words statement cannot be verified. Normative economic analysis offers several suggestions such as the prices should be the established, distribution of income should be equal, rich should pay more taxes, and the poor should be get higher wages, etc. Right, true and false. Number A. In a market economics, all economics activities are organized throughout the market. True. It is the it is the scarcity of the resources that gives rise to the problems of choice. True. In economic market, refer to the specified place. False. Choose the correct answer. In a central place economics, all the important decisions regarding production, exchange, consumption, etc. are made by central bank, market, government. Answer is correct is government. Choose the correct answer. It in reality all the economic are dash. Economic which are some important decisions are taken the government, and the economic activities are by and large conduct throughout the market. So socialist mixed na capital. Answer is correct is mixed. Filling the blanks. In dash economics analysis, we study how to define maximum function positive. Name the economics who is well known as Father Economic Adam Smith. What is economics problems? Economics problem based the problems to of the making choice in the use of the sources for the satisfaction of unlimited wants. Number two, state the features of the resources that gives rises of the economics problem. Limited resources have alternative use. Define the marginal opportunity cost. Marginal opportunity cost is the ratio of the unit of one good satisfied to the produce one more unit of other goods. Next question, give one reasons for the rightwards shift in PPF production possibility frontier. Answer is discover of new resources. 25 number question. Give the example of growth of resources. Discovery of natural resources, ability of new and better production technology. Short question answer type 2 mark 3. Define and distinguish goods and services by the citing one example. Goods such items which can be touched and seen and also can be used to provide satisfaction of wants. Services are such activity which are the economically used to provide satisfaction, and they also the intangible in nature. Example of goods, cars, washing machine. Example of services, insurance and shipping. Clearly state the concept of the opportunity cost. The opportunity cost is the cost of any goods is the next base alternative goods that is satis, satisfaction. The production of the particular commodity involves sacrifice of another commodity which could have been produced by using the same amount of resources. For example, of fame of one on a AC of land production 60 kgs of waste by using the given quality of resources. Further, suppose he can also produce 50 kg of potatoes with the same amount of the factor's production. Here the opportunity cost 60 kg weight is the 50 kg of potatoes. Next question 3 number. Distinguish between positive economics and normative economics. Distinction between positive and normative economics are the positive economic analysis we study how to define maximum function. It analyzes the causes and effects, normally judgment are possible by the positive economics, and in normative economics we try to know which are these mentioned is desirable as a normative science. Economic passes judgment give meaning of the microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics study problems related to choose or allocations of resources at the level of the individual, a firm, a household, or industry. Microorganism studies problems. Microeconomic studies problems related to choices or the allocations of resources at the level of economic as a whole. Next 5 number mention three basic problems of an economic. The central problems of an economics are decision discussed as follows. Number A, what is the produce and in what quantities? Every society must decide on how much to each of the many possible goods and services it will be produced. Where to produce more or food, cloth, housing, or to have more luxury goods, whether to have more agriculture goods or the have industrial products and services, whether to use more resources to education and health, or to use more resources in building material building military service, whether to have more of basic educations or more higher education. Next, B number, how are these produced? Every society has decided to how much of which of the resources to use in the production of each of the different goods and services, whether to use more labors or more machines, which of the available technology to adopt in the production of each of the goods. Say number 4, whom are these goods produced? Who gets how much of the goods that are produced in the economy? How should the product of economy be distributed among these individuals in the economy? Who gets more and who gets less? Whether or not to ensure a minimum amount of consumption for every one of the economic, whether or not elements educations and basic health services should be available freely for everyone in the economy. Next question, 6 number, what is government intervention? What does the government intervenes in production and distribution of goods and services? The government influences all the economic activities by the own decisions. It is called government intervention. When crisis occurs in the economics, the government intervenes in its production and distribution. 7 number, state how economic activity are organized in maximum economic under the mixed economic. Under the mixed economic, some the economic activities are the controlled by the government, while other are the lot of the managed by the people as they wish. In mixed economic system, both private and publics of the government sector coexisted. Production is undertaken for profit motive. Next question, 8 number. Explain the concept of centrally planned economic. In a central plan economic, the government or the central authorize planned all the important activities in the economics. All important decisions regarding production, exchange, and consumption of the goods and services made by the government. The central authorities may try to achieve a particular allocation of the resources and consequent decision of the final combination of goods and services which is thought to be desirable for society as a whole. Next, 9 number mention three basic features of market economics. The basic features of market economics are as follows. A number, all decisions are taken by the price mentioned. People are motives uh, by profit, means of production or services by the private individual. 10 number mention three basic characteristics of mixed economy. Three basic characteristics of mixed economics are: a number, means of production are partly owned by the state and the partly by the individuals. B number, price mention exist in a mixed economic, but it is not totally free. C number, individual enjoy freedom of the occupation as well as the freedom of the consumption, but this freedom is not permitted to work against the social welfare of the society. 11 number question, mention any three causes behind the central economic problems of the economic. The causes behind the central economic problems of the economic are as follows: unlimited human wants. Every human being required purchases of goods and services for maintaining improving his or her standard of living. Limited resources. Production of the various goods and services requires resources like land and capital, human resources. However, compared to the unlimited ones for various goods and services, the resources seems to be insufficient. Next, resources have a alternative use. Resources are not only limited but also have alternative uses of expect a price of land can be used for farming for a playground or for constructing a shopping mall or dwelling unit. Its implications it that resources can be used at a time for only one purposes. Short question answer type 1 number mark 4. Explain the concept of production possibility frontier with suitable diagram. Production possibility frontier or curves show alternative production possible for two set of goods with the given resources and technique of the production. In the words, production possible curve is a curve which the represent the maximum amount of the parts of the goods or services that can be both of production economically given resources and the technology. Assume that all the resources fully employed, we can explain the production possibility frontier or curve that help the diagram. Supposing an economic decide to produce only two goods, normally whether the cloth with its the available resources given the technology, different possible of the production of weight and cloth shown in the production possibility schedule. In the above schedule show that if the production carried out under a combination in 100 lakh tons of weight along the hill the produce without any production of cloth. On the contrary, if production is obtained under a combination, then 4,000 balls of cloth alone will be produced without any production of weight. Beside these extreme limits, there are there are many alternative possibilities of production of white and cloth. Next question. In the figure, the quantity cloth is the represent of the y-axis and y-axis is the first production person 100 lakh stones in the cloth. That is the make of the A. Similarly, A, B, C respectively defined combined with weight of the cloth. Point E is represent the production possible 4,000 balls of the cloth, no weight, but combine all these points we get curve AE is the production possibility frontier or curve. Explain the central problems of an economy. The central problems of economic as follows. What is produced and in what quantities? Every society must decided and how much of the each of many possible goods and services it will be the produce, whether the produce more of food, clothes, housing, or having more of luxury goods, whether to have more agriculture goods or have industrial products and services, whether to use more resources in education and health or use or more resources in building military services, whether to have more to basic educations or more higher education. How are these produced? Every society has to decide how much with of resources to use in the production of each of the different goods and services, whether to use more labor or the more machine, which of the available technology to adopt the production of the each of the goods, for for whom are these goods produced, who gets how much of goods that are the produced in the economy, how should the product of economics be distributed among the individual in the economy, who get more and who gets less, whether or not to ensure a maximum minimum amount of consumption for the everyone in the economic, whether or not elementary education is based on health and services should be available freely the everyone in the economy. Thus, the allocation of the sources, resources, and the distribution of the final goods and services are the central problems of any economics. Next question: explain the meaning of the production possibility of an economics. Production possibility frontier of curve shown the alternative production possibility of two sets of goods with the given resources and the technology of the production in the words of similarly production possibility curves is that curve with represent the maximum amount of parts of goods or services that can both be produced with economics given resources and technology, assuming that all the resources are full employed. We can explain production possibility frontier or curve with the help of the diagram supposing an economy decide to produce only two goods, namely wheat and cloth, with its available resources and given technology. Different possibility of production of wheat and cloth are shown in the production possibility schedules. The above schedule should, if the production carried out of A combined of 100 lakhs tons, whether alone will be the produce without any production of the cloth. On the contrary, A production is obtained under E combination under full 4,000 bulbs of the cloth only alone will be produced without any production of the white base. This extreme limit the many alternative possibilities of production with an cloth. In the figures, quantity of the cloth is represent y-axis and y-axis. Firstly, your possible 100 lakh tons weight in cloth. This that is the makes a similarly B, C, D in respectively defined combined with the weight of cloth pointed. He represents the production possibility 4,000 balls of cloth and white. By the combining this point, we get the AE and this production possibility frontier curve. Next one, but distinguish market economics for central plan economics. In a central plan economy, the government or the central authorized plan all the important activities of economics, all the important decision regarding production, exchange, or the consumption of the goods and services made by the government. This central authorized may try to activate a particular allocations of the resources and consequent decision for or decision of the final combination of the goods and services, which is thought to be describe social as well as whole. Again, in a market economics, all economics activities are the organized throughout the market. A market institution with the organize the free intention of the individual pursuing their respective economic activities in the market system. All the goods and services come with the price at which is the exchange take place. The price reflects on an average the society valuation of goods or services in question. If the buyers demand more of a certain goods of the price of the good will rise. In this way, price of goods and services send important information of all the individual across the market and help the achieve coordination in a market system. Thus, in a market system, central problems regarding how much, and what to produce are solved through the coordination of economic activities brought about the price signals. 5 number question. Explain how does the market economics solve the central problems of economy. Economic study the economic aspect of the social life of men. The subject matters of economics are discussed below. A number. The main subject matter of economic is to study the economic activity of men and society. Economists study how these unlimited wants of men can be satisfied with the limited resources. B number. Money is required to purchase goods for the satisfy or wants which are scarce in supply. Money is the medium of exchange. Thus, thus these wants and the economic activity of satisfying our wants are also the subject matter of economics. Unlimited wants to men and limited resources have certain economics problems. Different economics problems is the society there should are the subject matter of economics. D number. As the sources have the alternative views, they have the face problems of choice. This choice another important subject matter of economy. But the modern society men require various type of goods and satisfy their wants. All of which they cannot produce. These consumption, production, exchange, and the distribution are also the main subject matter of economics. Six number a typical problem possible curve sloping down from the left to right. A typical problems possible curve sloping down from left to right. A typical production possibility curve slopes down for left to right. This implies that is order to produce more of one goods, some units of the other goods must be certified. It can be explained with the help of diagram. In the diagram of goods X means in the OX axis and goods Y measures to be Y axis. It is shown in the diagram when we move downward along the production possibility curve. Point A, B, and then the from of BC output of Y. Production reduces, the output X increases since the PPC related the fully employed and resources. Then as a more of the X production resources have to be satisfied from the problems of Y to the production of the X. This result of losses Y production from the production of Y production of X. This result of losses of Y production. 7 number question. Draw the explain the shape of PPC. A production possibility curve is the concave to the origin production possibility curve represent graphically alternative production possibility phasing in economic. Let the assume that there the given amount of the production resources for the production of two goods, namely gains and the better PPC, and the better understood with the help of the following schedule. This is graph in a figure. Better than take x-axis, this is x-axis, and the along with the y-axis. Y-axis at one's extreme combination, that is point of A, there is 0 unit of butter and 21 units of guns points. G is other than the extreme, whether all these resources go to the butter in the between. There are the various possibility with the defined combinations of guns and butter. When the point A, B, C, D, E, F, and G joint, we get the curve AG. The curve is known as the production possibility curve. This is curve is production possibility curve. This is class 11 economics chapter, first chapter video.